VCISO.au Cyberwatch, June 3, 2025, Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief, powered by VCISO.au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. 1. Ransomware. Snapshot. No new victims reported in ANZ2. Cartier data breach, fashion brand, confirms customer info exposure. Luxury fashion house Cartier has disclosed a cyber incident involving unauthorized access to limited customer data. Shared across social media and in official notices, Cartier confirmed that threat actors temporarily accessed internal systems and exfiltrated non-financial client data, specifically names, email addresses, and country of residence. While sensitive data like passwords and payment information was not compromised, the exposed information can be exploited in phishing or spear phishing campaigns. Cartier emphasized containment and noted strengthened protections since the breach. VCISO recommendation. Alert clients to be vigilant for impersonation emails and deploy DMARC to reduce spoofing risks. Review email gateway filters for targeted phishing and enforce geofencing on internal systems. 3. Qualcomm Adreno GPU 0 days, exploited in the wild. Qualcomm has issued urgent patches for 3 zero-day vulnerabilities impacting Adreno GPU drivers, actively exploited in targeted attacks. 2 critical CVEs, CVE 2025-21479 and CVE 2025-21480, were reported via Google's Android security team, with another high-severity flaw, CVE 2025-27038, discovered shortly after. These flaws allow memory corruption through improper authorization and use after free conditions in GPU rendering pipelines. OEMs received patches in May, and exploitation has been linked to highly targeted campaigns. Affected devices span numerous chipsets, making patch deployment a high priority. VCISO recommendation. Coordinate with MDM/EMM vendors to enforce patch deployment across all Qualcomm devices. Continuously monitor for indicators of compromise, IOCs, related to GPU-based exploitation techniques. 4. Stealth syscall evasion. Bypasses EDR and logging frameworks. Researchers have uncovered new stealth syscall techniques that allow adversaries to bypass event tracing for Windows, ETW, Sysmin, and most endpoint detection and response, EDR tools. By dynamically allocating memory and encrypting syscall stubs, attackers effectively avoid detection, even during active payload execution. This method undermines standard behavioral analysis techniques. By hijacking the syscall path, resolving functions dynamically, and executing from encrypted buffers, these actors render signature-based defenses and static analysis tools ineffective. VCISO recommendation. Deploy kernel-level EDR capabilities with behavioral heuristics, not just user mode hooks. Invest in memory analysis and runtime behavior detection to identify heap-based syscalls and call stack spoofing. 5. IBM data stage bug exposes credentials in clear text. CVE 2025-1499. A vulnerability in IBM InfoSphere data stage, v11.7, allows clear text storage of sensitive credentials, raising significant risk of database compromise. Tracked as CVE 2025-1499, the flaw allows authenticated users to access parameter files storing usernames and passwords without encryption. This issue has a CVSS score of 6.5, indicating moderate severity, but high confidentiality risk. Given that attackers often gain low-privilege access as an entry point, the ability to escalate via credential exposure remains a dangerous vector. VCISO recommendation. Audit all configuration and parameter files for credential storage practices. Enforce secrets management solutions, e.g., HashiCorp Vault, CyberArk. Rotate any credentials stored in vulnerable parameter files and enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, for all DB access. 6. PuTTY and SSH exploited for malware persistence on Windows. Attackers are increasingly abusing trusted tools like PuTTY, OpenSSH as living off the land binaries, lolbins, on Windows. A recent malware campaign masked as dlhost.exe activates a fake SSH service, writing malicious registry keys for persistent backdoor access using randomly assigned ports. This method blends in with normal sysadmin activity, making detection difficult. It reflects a broader trend of abusing built-in binaries, allowing malware to sidestep endpoint defenses and operate stealthily under the radar. VCISO recommendation: monitor and restrict execution of PuTTY OpenSSH binaries unless explicitly needed on production systems. Log registry modifications related to SSH configuration and flag unsigned services invoking SSH components. 7. Ransomware exposure list. Last 24 hours, United States, Jericho Fire Department, Capital Trade, Flow International, Reckler Equity Partners, Texas Digestive Specialists, Family Health Specialists, Napier Grove Vision Care, Riverdale Construction, Kansas City Aviation Center, Thailand, DHL Thailand, Canada, Jardin de Ville. Final note from VCISO.au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yelamati.